backwards, because the Gardaí cover up, protect, shield the judiciary in the lower and the higher courts. That's how it works in this country. We saw how their colleague, Maurice McCabe, who they called a paedophile because he was calling out the fact that they allow judges and journalists and crime reporters to go on to the streets of our country and do whatever speed they like. And the one brave man who is willing to expose their corruption, what did they do? They called him a child abuser.
They bore false witness.
A man who had tried to expose and did expose the fact that Martin Callanan had his penalty points wiped. The fact that rape was being covered up by Garda Síochána. Not one of them spoke up for Maurice McCabe or John Wilson, two heroes of Garda Síochána. And not one of them now will speak up about the totalitarian state that the Irish people now live under. In fact, they will enforce it at every single turn. They will protect this institution that churns out fake news and lies to the Irish people every single day. Lies that are making them stupid. Lies that will result in all of our freedoms being taken from us. They are working hand in hand together. But believe you me, we will have the last say in this. As we speak, there are Irish men and women around our country, mothers and fathers, planning their own deaths because they cannot make ends meet anymore. They cannot feed their children because of what this institution and these people are doing to them.
Scum!
Shutting down their businesses, closing their cafes, their pubs, their small Irish hotels, their restaurants, destroying Irish livelihoods, destroying our people.
Genocide.
For a virus that does not exist scientifically. Let me give you some of the new information about this hoax. The information that will not be reported by this institution.
On job 19. Pandemic.
They've started a new campaign about something to do with the truth. That these are the great purveyors of truth. You couldn't make it up. Why have they done that? Because they're desperate. Because people see us coming here week after week after week. And we are going viral. We are more viral than COVID-19 will ever be. So they are so desperate now, they're starting to have to do campaigns. Because believe you me, the Irish people are not paying this licence anymore. They can only get their programming out because of your taxes. And all sorts of nefarious money coming from the globalist organisations. It's not the licence fee. The licence fee is collapsing. missing, as it is in the UK and the BBC, because people know that in consort with An Garda Síochána, RTE protect VIP paedophiles. And as I said the last time I was here, I came here in 2015, with evidence from the two senior officers in the Mary Boyle case, saying that Fianna Fáil's Sean McAniff had demanded a cover-up in that child's murder. I showed RTE the evidence of that child's rape and murder at the age of 6, our longest and youngest missing person. What did RTE do?
Buried it.
Nothing. And I will never stop speaking about that child's rape and murder. How many Gardaí have we got here today? About 40. 40. The Fianna Fáil chief suspect of the Mary Boyle killer. The Mary Boyle killer is roaming around the countryside in Donegal. In this constituency here, the killer of Father Niall Malloy is roaming around, a danger to every Irish citizen. They covered that murder up too. Out the road here in Glenageary, a teenage child on the cusp of her future, Rainet Murray, stabbed in the most brutal fashion. A first-year entrant to Templemore could see somebody known to that child had murdered her, and yet they covered it up. One of their brave detectives stood up and said, I believe that this person is responsible. What did they do to him? Just as they did to Maurice McCabe, they had him silenced, because he wanted to bring to justice the man responsible for Rainet Murray's murder. And the list goes on and on. Shane Toohey, murdered as a result of a Garda cover-up of a criminal, a well-known criminal in County Offaly. Shane O'Farrell in Carrick Macross, a beautiful young lawyer who wanted to dedicate his life to human rights. What did they do? They protected the Lithuanian drug dealer who murdered him. He had so many convictions. Convictions on this side of the border, that side of the border, and in Lithuania. But what did they do? They allowed him onto the roads, and he murdered Shane O'Farrell. Another family destroyed due to Garda corruption.
Shame!
How much more are you going to take?
No more.
What if it was your child? These families have spent years pleading for justice. And here we stand today with about 40 of them, funded by you, protecting this corrupt institution.
Shame!
What sort of a country have we become?